Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Senior Safety Advice Podcast, the show that helps older adults and family caregivers live safely, confidently, and independently at home. I'm your host, Esther Kane. I'm a retired occupational therapist, a certified aging in place specialist, and a dementia care specialist. And I am so glad that you're here with me today. Now, before we dive into today's topic, or today's episode, actually, if you haven't already, please head on over to seniorsafetyadvice.com. There you'll find tons of helpful resources and tips and so much more. You can sign up for our weekly newsletter. And if you're enjoying this podcast, then please subscribe wherever it is that you're listening to it from, be it your podcast channel or YouTube. Give us a review, and share it with someone who could use it, because all of that really does make a difference and helps us to promote the podcast to others. Now, today we're talking about something that doesn't always get the amount of attention that it actually deserves. And that is the very real danger of overexertion in the heat. With summer around the corner, I think it's important to discuss that, especially since so many older adults don't feel the heat like they used to when they were younger. I know I don't. Okay, whether you're tending your garden or walking the dog or doing yard work or just moving around outside on a hot summer day, your body faces some serious risks, especially nowadays as the weather seems to be getting hotter and hotter. And I want to make sure you know exactly what those risks of overexertion are and what you can do to stay safe. I do have trouble saying the word overexertion. All right, so let's start with what's actually going on in your body when temperatures rise. So here's the thing. As we get older, our bodies become less efficient at regulating temperature. It's not a flaw. It's just natural biology. The sweat glands don't work quite as well as they used to. The blood flow to the skin, which is what helps to cool you down, slows a little. And the sense of thirst, that can actually decrease too. So you might not even feel thirsty until you're already dehydrated. And that's already a little too late. Now listen. That combination right there is why heat can be so dangerous for older adults. I mean, you might feel fine and then suddenly you don't, because it can come on quite quickly. I worked with many older adults over the years who told me, Esther, I've always done my yard work in the morning. I'm fine. And I would gently remind them, well, yeah, your body today is not the same body you had 20 years ago. And that's okay. It just means we need to pay closer attention. I remember my sister used to play a lot of tennis, and she fainted on the tennis court one time simply because she didn't feel thirsty. She thought she was just fine, but she had become so dehydrated that she absolutely fainted in the middle of the court. Now, certain medications can also make heat more dangerous, and that's important to know. So you should speak to your doctor about the effects of the medications, or better yet, the pharmacist. Blood pressure medications, diuretics, antihistamines, and some heart medications can all affect how your body handles heat. If you're taking any of these, it's really important to talk to your doctor about your heat risk. Now, let's talk about the warning signs of some heat-related illness, because catching it early, that's how you stay out of the emergency room. And believe me, there are people that go to the emergency room because of heat-related illnesses. All right, heat exhaustion is the first stage, and it can really sneak up on you. You might feel very tired, heavy sweating. You might feel cool or pale or clammy skin, or you might even feel a fast but a weak pulse. nausea or dizziness. I get very nauseous and dizzy in the heat. Or you might feel like you just want to sit down right now. And hey, if any of those things sound familiar to you on a hot day, then please stop what you're doing. Get inside, get into some air conditioning, get into the shade, drink, drink, drink water. Rest. Don't try to push through it. It's not something you can push through. Now, heat stroke is what you really want to avoid because this is the more serious one. That's when your body temperature has risen dangerously high, above 103 degrees. The skin might be hot and red, but dry instead of sweaty. Confusion, rapid breathing, a racing pulse. In severe cases, a person can lose consciousness, and that is very serious. Heat stroke is absolutely a medical emergency. Call 911. Do not wait to see if it gets better on its own. If you notice that the skin is hot and red but not sweaty, call 911 right away. If someone complains of dizziness or nauseous, I would still call 911. I wouldn't wait. And here's something that I want the family caregivers listening to hear. Sometimes the person you're caring for can't always tell you, how they are feeling. They might not recognize that something is wrong. Or I want you to understand that you should be watching for changes in behavior as well. If your loved one seems confused, very quiet, where they're usually not quiet, unusually pale, or just, kind of off on a hot day, then please take it seriously. Get them inside, get water in them, and or call 911. Now, let's take a moment to talk about overexertion specifically, because this is where I see a lot of well-meaning, hard-working older adults get into trouble. Overexertion happens when you push your body beyond what it can safely handle. And in the heat, that threshold drops significantly. Something that would have been totally fine on a cool spring morning can become dangerous when the temperature hits 85 degrees and the humidity is high. Now, I've seen it happen so many times. Someone decides to clean out the garage, or they want to get the mulching done before the weekend, or they're watering their flowers and just keep going. One more thing and then one more thing. The time passes, the sun gets higher, and they're working harder than their body can handle right now. The sneaky thing about overexertion in the heat is that it often feels okay in the moment. You're focused on what you're doing. You're not paying attention to how your body feels. And then you stand up too fast, or you just stop moving, and suddenly everything catches up with you. You could fall, you could even faint, and that is not a good moment. So what does safe physical activity look like in the heat? All right, so let's talk about that, because that's a practical thing I think to talk about. These are some of the things that you can start doing right now. First, and this is big, do your outdoor activities in the early morning. Before 10 a.m. is ideal. The sun is lower, the temperature is cooler, and your body is better prepared to handle the work. Once the afternoon heat rolls in, not even the afternoon, anytime after 10 a.m., that's your cue to come inside. Second, take frequent breaks, and I mean real breaks. I don't mean 2 minutes standing by the side of the house, not just pausing to catch your breath. I mean actually sitting down in the shade, sipping some water, letting your body recover. A 10-minute every half hour is a smart habit when it's warm outside. Did you hear that? 10-minute break every half hour is a smart habit when it's warm outside. All right, third, drink water before you go outside. Don't wait until you're thirsty. and you may not even feel thirsty for a while. So drink water before you go outside. Remember that the signal of being thirsty doesn't work as reliably for us as we age. Bring a water bottle with you. Set a reminder on your phone if you need to. Hydration is not optional in the heat. It is absolutely essential. Fourth, dress for the heat. Light colored, loose fitting, breathable clothing, a wide brimmed hat to protect your face and your neck, and sunscreen, absolutely sunscreen, every single time. Sunburn makes it harder for your body to cool itself down. And fifth, know when to call it a day. I say by 10 a.m., call it a day. Now, this one is harder than it sounds for a lot of people, honestly, because many older adults I've worked with are determined to finish the project. They have a job to do and they want to get it done. I get it. I understand that. I do that all the time. I have the project in mind and I don't stop until the project is done. I respect that. But your safety has to come first. The garden will still be there tomorrow. The yard work will wait. Your health won't give you a second chance if things go wrong. It's just not worth it. Now listen, if the heat index is 90 degrees or above, this is the day to seriously reconsider any outdoor physical activity, even before 10 a.m. That's just not, I'm not being overly cautious. I'm asking you to please be smart. Another smart thing that I want you to mention is if you're on multiple medications, or if you have a heart condition, diabetes, kidney issues, or any chronic health condition, please talk to your doctor about how heat, especially if you live in an area like South Florida, how heat specifically affects you. Because sometimes it's not just the heat, it's the humidity. Because everyone's situation is a little different. And your doctor can give you personalized guidance that goes beyond what I can share here with you. I remember living in South Florida, opening up the door from my home and feeling like I walked into a bowl of thick pea soup. I mean, that humidity can be extremely difficult to handle. All right, if you're a caregiver listening right now, then this section here is for you. Your loved one, your senior loved one, may resist slowing down. Believe me, I get that, been there. They may feel frustrated if you suggest that they come inside or skip the outdoor work for the day. Look, that's understandable. Staying active and productive is important to their sense of self, to most people's sense of self. But your job is to help keep them safe, even when they're not happy about it. So what I can say is try to reframe it. Instead of you need to stop, say something like, let's take a break together, or let's finish this up tomorrow morning when it's cooler. Make it a team effort. And if you're also spending time outside in the heat, then please watch yourself too. Caregivers are not immune to heat illness. Honestly, no one is. And if you're an older adult listening to this on your own without a caregiver, I just want to say this. There is nothing weak about being cautious in the heat. The people I saw who stayed healthy and independent the longest were the ones who paid attention to their bodies and knew when to stop. I mean, honestly, that's just being smart. It's not weakness. You deserve to enjoy the summer, and you deserve to enjoy all the days that you have in comfort and in peace with your family and your friends. You deserve, of course, to be in your garden and out on your porch and moving around in a way that feels good. And the way to keep doing that for more years to come is to protect yourself. So start small if you need to. Maybe that means just cutting your outdoor time in half on hot days. I mean, maybe it means switching your walks to early morning. Maybe it means asking for help with the heavier yard work. Every one of those choices is a good one. All right, that's what I have for you today. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today. I hope that this episode gave you something real and useful to take into your summer days. And for more tips and resources and practical advice, then please visit our website at seniorsafetyadvice.com. And of course, if you're looking for senior care services or aging in place specialists, check out aginginplacedirectory.com. It's a wonderful resource for connecting with professionals who can help. And again, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the podcast or YouTube channel so that you never miss an episode. And of course, share this information with friends or family members who might need it. All right, I'm Esther Kane, and I'll see you next time. Bye.